Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So good
looking
evening,
good.
everyone.
Good
Thank you.
evening.
You too.
So you can go off
Good
after
evening,
the
everyone,
screen.
and hope our day is going on well. Like Emma said, my name is Temitope Taiwo, and I'm a two-star manager in this business. And let me say that I'm just warming up, and it's been a very exciting journey for me. And I know that there's still very much more that is in the future in this business for me. Like she said, I have a finance background. I studied accounting in the university, and I spent 10 years. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. 10 years in the microfinance sector before I took a leave last year. I decided to resign to pursue my other things, my other interests. So that's all about me for now. So this evening, I want to talk about my wellness journey, and I just want you to please follow me. So I want to talk about while growing up. Can you hear me? Please let me. Can you please type in the chat box? I can hear you. If you can hear me, I want to be sure that everybody is
Can
with
hear
me.
you.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
We hear you.
So I want to talk about my wellness journey, my wellness experience. Thank you. Oyeleke Oladune, thank you. Dr. Fumi, I know, thank you. Magdalene, thank you very much. Okay, let me go on. I want to talk about my wellness journey. Growing up was very exciting, in the early 80s, late, I mean, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. We used to have a lot of fun, going to school, going on vacations, going to parties. And my parents are from my parents are exactly, so we love parties. I remember very well that we used to have a lot of parties going on back then. All the things were very interesting for me. I enjoyed my childhood so much. But then, as a child, I used to fall sick very often, and it was actually my malaria. Every now and then, fall sick, and my mom would have to take me to the hospital. And some people were saying it was because, in fact, there was a time the doctor said, "Okay, let's test this child. Is she an SS or something?" But alas, my blood group was AA, O positive AA. So some people were saying, "No, it's because you are AA. That's why you are always falling sick." But this falling sick, really, I usually had bouts with malaria, this sore throat, tonsillitis, and it really was very disturbing for my parents because we are almost in and out of the hospital. So I grew up like that, and so in my journey, like 2 years ago, I came across this opportunity. No, not 2 years ago, but this opportunity started 2 years ago. And the product was launched just over 2 years ago. And testimonies started rolling in, different kinds of testimonies, and testimonies about typhoid and malaria, arthritis, um, high blood pressure, different kind of testimonies that people are experiencing a turnaround in their health situation. So I now decided, okay, I made up my mind that this is a business that I wanted to do. Like I always tell my friends, this is my plan B. So I said, okay, this product, I was skeptical at first. I was thinking, okay, maybe these people are making up the story. I now decided that, all right, since I'm in this business, let me go ahead and try the product. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you there?
Yes, we're there.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I now decided to use the product for myself after all, I'm a distributor. Okay, the first product I took was the bitters and the cleanser. Now, let me share something with you. When I took those products, within 48 hours, I noticed something. When I had my last baby, I had pile, and my baby was over 2, then going to 3. That was 2019, January 2019. And I was having this situation whereby it was as if my pelvic floor was sagging. I was having pile, not due to what I was eating, but probably due to childbirth, maybe while I was pushing out the baby. So I had a protruding anus. I had taken it that, okay, maybe this is how it is going to be for life. But the first thing I noticed after taking cleanser and the bitters was that everything came back to normal. As in, I was shocked. The reason why I was even using the medication was because of my frequent bouts with typhoid and malaria. But the first thing I noticed was that it seems my pelvic, floor went back into place. I no longer had a protruding anus. Everything was just normal. I was so shocked that I called my upline and told her. Now that's not the only thing. I also noticed that before then, at least once in 2 months, I'll come down with malaria and typhoid. I want to tell you that this is a thing of the past now. The frequency has drastically reduced. Now that's my own wellness experience. Okay, another thing I noticed was in the past, I couldn't fast for long periods. I guess it was because of ulcer. I would have this pain in my tummy. But I realized that these days I could go on a fast, without any discomfort. And apart from that, my energy level has changed. Before, I get tired easily, but now that is no longer the case. But I also want to tell you about my family. My doctor is here. She's on this call. So she knows my youngest child is 4 and going to 5. And she usually falls sick. I don't know why. And I met Dr. Erek, on one of those visits to the hospital when the child was admitted. But I want to tell you that ever since we started using Reader in my family, this year we visited the hospital. I mean, my children have visited the hospital only once. And that once was, okay, let's go. Let's just go and do a checkup, around May. So our health has improved. No more falling sick, malaria, coughing, all those childhood related diseases. Nothing like that anymore. Then my husband is the type that he doesn't sleep. He can't sleep for, let's say, 5 hours without the night. He doesn't sleep throughout the night. As in, he'll sleep just a few hours and he'll be awake. But ever since he started taking Reader, he has started snoring. So, it has so, I just want to say that God really used Reader to improve our wellness in my family. God really, really, Reader is made from herbs that are West African in origin, given to us by God. And, it's like the anointing. There's this somebody I gave testimony, and she was talking about, she doesn't know what's in this Reader. She doesn't know what, has been, when they were manufacturing Reader. She doesn't know what is a Reader. But I want to say that it is actually God. It is God that gave us those herbs. And it is God that gave the researchers the wisdom, to combine these herbs that is giving us this phenomenal, reports and testimonies. Okay, let me also talk about my elder sister. She had issues with BP, but today her BP, she's also a distributor, and she wasn't taking her Reader. And I asked her that, my sister, why are you not taking this Reader now? We went to this mom, and I checked her BP. It was high. So she started taking it, and now She even gave the testimony herself that her BP is well under control, no more issues. So I want to give a few more people to share their wellness story with us on this call. People in my team, people that have joined, because they've experienced, you can't go to the river and start saying that, this soap, I don't know if it will foam, I don't know if it will work. You just get into the river and try the soap. So can you just, if you are here today, okay, I've seen you, Mrs. Oyeleke, I've seen you, Mrs. Bolarewa, and you want to share with us. Can you please indicate by raising up your hand so that I can give you voice, so that you can share with us? Dr. Eric, yes, I can see you. I can see you. So kindly raise up your hand so that I can give you voice. Please make it short, sharp, and sweet, Just give us, those testimonies about your wellness. Okay. Mrs. Oyeleke, I've asked you to unmute. Can you please unmute? Mrs. Oyeleke, let's have you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I want to say thank you to everyone for the privilege and my hotline. I really like your wellness story. What I want to share is concerning my BP. Before I joined Green Mondays, I've been seeing my hotline posts on Facebook. I was like, Abba, I don't like it. I don't even want to be part of it at all. But in the year 2020, during the lockdown, yes, I went out to church to see my pastor. She's a matron in General Hospital. I checked my BP. It was high, as in 160 or so at that time, and 160 stroke 90 something. And from my right side, I've been feeling the numbness and the pain on it, to the extent that I was like, any little action, I can have stroke. It's going to lead to stroke. I used the drug prescribed to me, but it's not going down. It's not really working. So my pastor's wife said I should just relax. But my mind is not relaxed. I was afraid that, I will not have stroke. My children are still small. So I left that night. On my way coming, I and my husband, we branch pharmacy. I bought the machine so that I'll be able to monitor it. So on getting home, I was like, and before that time, I've been praying that I don't want to be on this drug forever, that there should be a drug. Hope you're hearing me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
We can
Yes,
hear
that
you.
there should be a drug that will cure this thing permanently, that God should just connect me to that drug. I always pray that prayer. When I got home, we bought the machine. We got home. Before I even dropped my bag, I just remember that, Tokpe always send this message on Haba that she's into Haba, whatever. I called her that night. I said, how are you? It's been long. We greeted. And I asked that drug that you normally say, does it work for BP? I didn't even disclose to her that I'm the one. Though my mother as well has the traces of diabetes and BP as well. So I told her that, does it work? He said, it worked perfectly, effectively, that it cures it. I was like, okay, no problem. And she connected me to Mrs. Fade Kemi. Yes, Fade Kemi. We bought the drugs. After using, what I noticed that I slept and I felt refreshed the first day. But after 3 days or 4 days, I discovered that my BP is under normal. After 2 weeks or so, when I check, because I do check it morning and night, it was optimal. Till now that as I'm talking is normal, it's stable now. I did the same thing with my mom. December when last that when I checked my yes, when I checked my mother's BP, my mother's BP is even higher than mine, like 180, 190, and she's on drug. But during that corona, she decided that she's not going to visit hospital so that they will not say she has coronavirus. So she stopped going, and I placed her on Reader Bitter only. When she started using it, in fact, her BP is 125/80. I was so happy that, even this today, when we spoke this afternoon, she said she checked her blood sugar is 80, 86. So I was so happy that, Reader Bitter is wondering, but God have been using it to cure many diseases. And I want to appreciate the company. I pray that the Lord will continue to enlarge the cause. That's my own wellness testimony. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Oyelechi. Thank you so much. Dr. Erex, I'm going to give you voice now. Please hold on. Dr. Erex. Okay, I'm asking you to unmute. Kindly unmute.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Okay, thank you for this amazing opportunity to be here. I think it's the one that I really count cool. I really count it cool because I'll start by saying my upline, Mrs. Timitokwe, is she's just amazing, really. And not because you're here, I've said that over and again, and I really want to appreciate you for pressurizing me. Permit me to use the word pressurizing to get me to be on Rider. Permit me to call it Rider, please, and I'll tell you why I call it Rider. I call it Rider because of the first time I saw it, I read it like English, Rider. And that name stuck in my head. And even my mom still calls it Rider. So it's really, really difficult for me to change it to Reader, but please just let me go. So my wellness story, I'll start with my mom. My mom has hypertension, although very well controlled blood pressure, but my mom has been dealing with bad arthritis. I think the doctors on this platform can really understand when a patient has bad arthritis. There's nothing my mom has not used as far as pain reliefs, medications for neuropathy is concerned. And it gave me so much worry. In fact, it was beginning to nearly frustrate me medically because I was like, okay, fine. What again will I just ask my mom to use? She came to see the orthopedic doctor, she saw the family physician, and it looked like the more she saw the consultant, the more, it got worse. So as she was just done, she was like, look, if anything was to happen to her, it should happen to her. So somehow, I think one of the days Mrs. Taiwo brought her children to the clinic and, she just picked it up again, Dr. Rex. Are you sure you don't want to start this drug? So your patients, you have patients with hypertension, diabetes. I say, Mrs. Taiwo, it's difficult to talk to patients about herbal medications. And she said, you're a doctor. Your patients will listen to you. I said, how would they listen to me or something I don't know? She said, okay. Do you have anybody, anything? I said, my mom, I'll try with my mom. She gave me the balm as a gift. She said, go and try it for your mom. And then she gave me the bitter. She gave me the balm first and the bitters. The 300 mils bitters or so, or 30 mils, I can't remember. So she said, just go and try it. And if it works, give me a call. Okay. So as a matter of fact, my mom is in the east. So I had to wiggle it all down to the east. She used it. It was, in fact, my mom's joy was so much that she said, wait, is it that I have been aware of these drugs and I refuse to just tell her and I've been allowing her to suffer? And I'm like, I'm not allowing you to suffer. I just did not know about it. I hope everybody can hear me, please. Sorry, my testimony will be sounding funny.
Hello? We can hear you clearly.
Okay, okay,
ahead.
Great. So she said, now why didn't I tell her about this and that? I said, okay, it worked for you, I'm fine. As far as it worked for you, then one of my problems are solved. So, but she started calling me that, look, that one I gave her is finished, so that please, can she not just buy? I said, if you have to buy, look, this drug is expensive. She was like, please, I should just go and look for it. That she's the one paying her money. In my mind, which kind you paying your money? Am I not the one that's still going to send? Before you know it, she starts saying, can't she register? So I was on Mrs. Taiwo's case again. I said, Mrs. Taiwo, please, oh, you are now my mother's of line. Find a way to register my mother. She's in the east. So she got us connected to the east. And the truth is, my mother started with the balm. The balm started working excellently for her for the arthritis pain on the legs. Then she swung into the bitters. And then she's presently on Restore too. And the interesting thing about it, I'm sorry if, I think I should have asked Mrs. Taiwo before I mentioned this, but I think I'm in a safe house, so I'm going to say it. She has other, village members in the clan that are aware of it. My mom is she's from the banking background too, like Mrs. Taiwo. But we have these family people who have issues with arthritis and all of that. So she started telling them about it. So what they do is they come together and buy a container of Restore, buy a container of the cleanser, and buy the bitters.
Wow.
And they start, then they share it in pieces. So, that's one of the things I said, okay, maybe I'm going to ask Rita, is that something that can be done? Is there a way we can package this in smaller quantities? Because they saw it work for my mom. My mom used to have, when I said she had bad arthritis, it was so bad. My mom was almost becoming bent because of pain, So, and that's because of the kind of job she did, while she was younger. So that's how they start buying. And before you know it, I'm sure my mother has a reader community. My mother definitely has a reader community of patients who are like, look, when this is not available, they're almost breaking down the house. And so she was telling me, because I'm supposed to travel sometime later this year, that when I'm coming, I need to come and do a talk to them about reader. Like, okay, no problem, I'm sure ahead. But somehow, the testimonies continued building. So I said, okay, I'm going to give this thing a shot to 1 or 2 patients. I handle the hypertensive and diabetic clinic in my hospital. It's a specialist hospital. So I said, I'm going to give it a shot to very few patients, and I'll follow them closely and watch. Oh, trust me, Mrs. Harrow can tell you my feedback. In the past 2 weeks, I've not allowed her sleep, because before this meeting came in, 7-10 minutes before the meeting started, my orders have been increasing. I started with the most ridiculous pack as a doctor. I'm sorry. I started with starter pack. So they don't even let me say it. It was a very, very funny, very, very funny and shame. With 1,200. And, but in the space of less than a month, if I'm not mistaken, I think by tomorrow morning now, I'll be climbing to silver. So that's how much I've been seeing it work for my patients, and it's doing so well. Then the next one is my son. Most people didn't know, but my son had this terrible adenoid. He grunts horribly. This grunting, we have this family allergy, as it's called, of rhinitis, bad rhinitis. It happened to me just like this when I was small, my younger sister. But it got me very uncomfortable, with him. So, but it became so bad that my husband doesn't like drugs. He doesn't want to talk about drugs. He doesn't want to hear anything about drugs. But when my husband told me, I said, can we not just do a test that will find the drug that this boy would take? I knew that, yes, it has gone past, be careful. So I didn't even tell Mrs. Fio. I'm sure she's hearing for the first time. So I started the bitters for him, just the bitters, because I know that was what was safest for him, or at least to my best of my knowledge now, that's what's safest for him. So I started giving him the bitters, just 5 ml spoon per day. I did that for just 5 days. Oh my God. Well, I'm sure you can hear his voice on the background. He has not grunted in 3 weeks. When we are just watching him and we are just watching, and me, I'm just observing medically, like, okay, I really, really, really want to understand what is inside this rider, so that I can just get back to my patients and like, look, I am with medicine. I follow medicine, hook, line, sinker, shaman, and almost both. But look, we're seeing something that is working. And we need to the faster we get this thing into the market, the faster we get this into the hospitals, the better for a whole lot of people. Now, I'm sure the pharmaceuticals will be saying, oh, no, you're pulling the people away from the drugs. No, we're not saying people should go away from their drugs. We're saying give this a shot and see. If there's any difference, give us a feedback. If you feel better, then come on board. And it's been awesome. Just today, there's this client of mine, we call him AK-47. Mrs. Taiwo know this client I'm talking about. Today he came to the clinic. He came with a hypertensive emergency of 180, 110. So that day when he came in fact, he saw the fat burner with me. The fat burner that was with me at the time was from my sister. That her testimony is for another day because truly she's really, really coming down on her weight. So back to Mr. AK-47. So he just went, he said, doctor, why are you not telling me about this fat burning? Let me see. He said, doctor, I want to lose weight. I'm 106 kg. I'm just 44 years old. Why would I be so big? I said, so are you ready? He said, what is there? Now, once I'm the one that is prescribing it for him, he will take. I now remembered Mrs. Taiwo's statement when she was telling me that you are the voice of your patients. Your patients listen to you. You say go, they go. As far as it works. I said, okay. I told him, I said, sir, this is what you will do. You will need to join. He said, doctor, just let me see it work. Today he came back asking for the 500 ml bitters. He wants for himself and his friends, and he wants to bring them on board. And for me, that's awesome. It is working, then there's results, which means there's something we can talk about. Because my concern was, can I give my patients this rider and they still take their normal drugs, that's hypertensive, diabetic drugs? Can they still do their other things? And yes, they can actually do it. You know, one other client was talking to me yesterday, how that she's losing the tummy fat, you know, which she has had after delivery of 4 children, and her tummy has been sagging. And for me, that's great. So I want to really, really thank the reader team. I think Mrs. Taiwo is going to find a way to tell me that I'm going to come and join the doctor's team on Rider, no problem, but I'm very busy. One day, I will enter. But then, really, Rider is working, is doing us well. We have to find a way to get it into the medical system fully. That's my own part. And create awarenesses. Is there, so I think that will bring me to my questions. Are there ways we can start doing awarenesses in communities? Can we package in smaller quantities? I know we have come down to smaller starter packs, which is very awesome. That's what even brought all my clients. All my clients came on board from the smaller starter packs, really, almost all of them. So if we can have smaller quantities, just like in a village like where my mom is, where like 5 people can buy 1 container of Restore and share it and start taking it till when they can gather more. These people sell cassavas, they just sell farm produce. So is there a way we can get smaller quantities that can come down to them, or at smaller, rates or something like that? It would really, really help, because my mom keeps saying that one day she will meet rider people, and when she sees them, she's going to thank them for making a whole lot of villagers not to die before their time. That's a one. In fact, if my mom is given the opportunity to write a rider, which she's still going to do, she's going to write maybe 10 pages. So we're doing well. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Mrs. Taiwo. Thank you for disturbing me. Thank you for worrying me. Thank you for pushing me here. I am really, really, and I've started pushing people too. So that's my testimony, actually. Sorry, too long, please. Sorry about that.
Dr. Eric, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so excited, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to God for all these testimonies. I'm going to give just one more person, Mrs. Bolarewa. I'm going to give you an opportunity, and I'm giving you just, let's say, 5 minutes maximum. I know we have, okay, let me, hold on. Let me see. Okay, Mrs. Bolarewa, can you please unmute? Please make it short. I'm asking you to unmute right now. This is amazing, so amazing. Please go ahead, 5 minutes.
Hello, good evening all.
Good evening, Mrs. Bolarewa.
Yeah, I'm happy to be among these wonderful people. My testimony, I just joined last 3 months by June ending or so. My upline is Mrs. Oyeleke, while my upline is Madam Temitokwe. I really appreciate God I joined this group, because my mom, she's having hypertension that we have been monitoring all this while. But immediately I got this product, I give it to her to use. And after a few weeks, I asked her about her hair, because she also have this machine that she normally monitors up and down. So she told me that, no, this Rita is very wonderful. Even that she wants to introduce it to some of his own mates. You know, these elderly people, they have their own, they call them sawawu. They are mates that they normally go somewhere together. So immediately she started using it and she felt relief. She gave it to them, and they too are even having more testimony concerning it. That's about my mom. And she also have this problem. She can't walk too much, that she has been using bed to gather her waist when she wants to walk for a long time. But since that she started using this Rita Bitter and the cleanser, I think she can walk at least without using the bed. So I really appreciate God concern Rita. And in my own part too, at least when I sleep, I don't always have pain waking up all my body. But since I've started using it, I think it's okay for me. When I sleep, I wake up with good health. So, and so many people that have been giving this reader and cleanser too, their testimony is so awesome. There is somebody that I give it to. The person told me that he's having body scratch over 10 years. And he started using it. I think I gave him one Friday. On Monday, I just went to him. Miss my oga, how about this thing? I said, oh, mom, yasha. I was surprised. I said, you are okay now, you are head. He said, no, there is still this thing that I've been battling with over 10 years. But now that I've started using it, you can't believe it that it's no more. I said, tell me. He now told me that he has been battling with scratching, that his body will just be scratching him. But since that he started using it, that no more scratching in his body again. So Wida is working wonderfully. So I appreciate for you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Polariwa. I appreciate you. So, do we have guests in the house today? Can you please indicate by raising up your hand? Or okay, just say I'm a guest in the chat box. I'm a guest. Do we have guests in the house? Do we have guests in the house? Okay, so while we are waiting for our guests to show their hands, let me just quickly go into this, the makers of this wonderful product that we are talking about. Like I told you, it is okay. Like I told my family members, I said, Vida is a gift, from God to mankind. God gives us miracle, yes, but sometimes God uses things that they are already provided, medical science, herbs, to give us the needed miracle. So I want to quickly talk about this company that is making this, that we are doing this presentation, that is making this presentation possible. And it is a combination of four companies. A combination of four companies makes up this wonderful story that I'm talking about. And the first one is the Marvel Natural Products PLC. Marvel Natural Products PLC is the producer of Rida Herbal range of products. The company is, the factory is located at Oshogbo in Osho State. And we have, right now we have like 13 different products, if I'm not mistaken. We have okay, I will come to that later. So we have the Marvel Natural Product PLC, which is the manufacturing arm of this business that we are talking about. They are the one manufacturing reader, they're in conjunction with the Lado Akitola University that are doing the research part of the, manufacturing. And this is a company that is set to go to the stock exchange. That's a big business. Set to go to the stock exchange in the next 4 to 5 years. So I usually tell people I introduce this business so that please don't come to me in the future and say, why didn't you try harder to convince me? Because this business is going to be big, like Dr. Eric has said. Also, we have Avenues to Wealth. Avenues to Wealth is global network marketing development company. It is global. It is chaired in Nigeria here by Pat Utomi. It owns the technology on which we are running this business. Then we also have the Green Mondays. Yes, I'm sure you've been hearing of the Green Mondays. The Green Mondays is into product marketing. Is an innovative product marketing company. That markets this product we are talking about. That markets the Rida Herbal range of products. And the mission of this company is to empower you and I to achieve our dream, is to inspire us, to connect us, and empower us to achieve our dreams. We all have dreams, while growing up, though some of us have shelved our dreams, but Degree Mondays is here, to inspire us, to connect us with others, and to empower us to achieve our dreams. Then the fourth company that makes up this great organization is called Vent to Earn. Vent to Earn is a bill payment technology company. We use Vent to Earn to, pay bills, PHCN bills, DSTV, recharge card. So as soon as you come onto this business, you have access to these four companies. You have access to these four companies. And Rita Peters is made from herbs, like I said earlier, of West Africa. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Please let me know. Okay. Yes.
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 Thank you very much. So Rita Peters is made from herbs of West African origin, and it is rich in antioxidants, that help us to fight oxidative stress. And oxidative stress, don't mind me, I'm not a medical person. Oxidative stress has been linked to so many illnesses. That's how I explain to people I talk to that, look, by the time you take Rita Bitters, it will it will help you mop up all those yama yama in your system, and all the problems that the yama yama has caused will be resolved. For some people, it is arthritis. For some people, it is typhoid and malaria. Your health will just improve. Cataract, infertility issues, they will just get resolved. Okay, so let me talk about the product. We have different kinds of products, for everyone. We have the Reader Bitters, we have the cleanser. The cleanser is good for all types of infections. We have Restore for women, for hormonal imbalance, works very well for hormonal imbalance. I didn't say that about my second sister. I gave her Restore recently, and she's like, wow, it's really settling her system. Okay. Then we also have the fat burner. The fat burner, works very well for high cholesterol, helps to melt, tummy fat, and you feel better, generally lighter. We also have the Fire for Men. Fire for Men is for everything that has to do with the reproductive system of our male gender. Is very good for prostate issue. Yes, so we also have the fat the no, I've talked about fat burner. I want to talk about the body butter and the body wash. The body butter is the body cream. If you have not tried it, I want to encourage you to try it. And the body wash too is very good. Very, very good. I use them and they are very good. We also have a latest addition to the family, which is the tea. The Riedel Herbal Tea. If you have not tried it, please go ahead and try it. Yes, go ahead and try it. It is packed with antioxidants that will help, in the digestive system and, general wellness. We also have the balm. Yes, small but mighty. There's nobody that give this balm to that has not come back for more. There's nobody. Even today in church, I sold 3 to an individual. Somebody I dashed one to, and she's like, wow, this didn't work. Yes, the balm works weller. The balm works weller. Yes, it works very, very well. And so I want to talk about the registration options. Want to come on board? We have 5 registration options. We have the VIP. The VIP is 750,000 naira, and it comes with products worth more than 1 million naira. And apart from that, you get to share out of 2% monthly of the profits made by the company, you know. And we also have the platinum. If you the platinum is 400,000, and like I said, it also comes with products that is worth much more than 400,000. And also you can share in the company's 1% of the company's monthly profit. Then we have the silver, the gold. Before silver, gold is 140,000. You get products too worth much more than that. Then we have the silver, which is 75K, and the bronze, which is 40K. Okay. And also, because the company wants to make wealth and wellness available for everyone, the company has introduced small pack entry, like Dr. Rex was talking about. She came on board with just one product. That is disinfectant. I didn't even mention that one. The disinfectant, yes. So she came in with just one product. So you can actually come in with this small packs. We have a pack of 10,000 naira, and you will get 2 products. So we have another small entry pack of 15,000 naira, of 20,000 naira. So with each purchase, you can actually sign up people. With each purchase, you can sign up people. Then also, before I forget, we have our medical team, combined this product and came up with what we call a solution pack. We have diabetes lifestyle pack, we have pain pack, we have fertility pack, we have general wellness pack for male and female, we have a respiratory, pack, we have arthritis, pain pack, of course, you have mentioned that one. We have fertility pack, we have wellness pack, we have like 13 different packs that our medical people have put together, and people can actually come on board with this pack. You can buy one pack and come on board. Once you buy a pack, a solution pack, then you will have the opportunity of being signed up, of being a member, and subsequently you can buy at a discount. So I think I will hand over at this point to MI. Emma, you there? Hello, MI. Can you hear me?
Yes.